Have you ever wondered how to make the ultimate coconut cream pie? I'm going to show you today. This coconut cream pie starts off with a beautiful flaky buttery crust, a silky smooth custard filled with coconut, lightly sweetened cream, and layers of decadent white chocolate shavings with toasted coconut. I'm Chef Sally. I offer videos every week on baking, confections, culinary, and some surprises in there too. Now stick with me to the end of this video as I show you all the tips and tricks in making the ultimate coconut cream pie. Let me show you how I make it. To begin, prepare and blind bake your pie crust. Visit my flaky pie dough video here, as you'll learn how to make your own buttery and flaky pie crusts. For the filling, we are going to make a coconut custard. In a pan, combine your milk, cream, sugar, and shredded coconut. Bring the mixture to a simmer and set aside. Prepare the eggs for tempering in the hot milk. In a mixing bowl, combine eggs and milk. Whisk in the cornstarch as well. Eggs play two important roles in this custard. The yolks will provide richness, and the eggs will also provide body as it thickens the custard. Once the egg mixture is nice and smooth, it's time to add to the hot coconut milk mixture. Place a fine mesh strainer onto the pot of milk. Pour the egg mixture onto the hot milk. The strainer will catch any unwanted bits of egg or starch left behind. Quickly whisk the eggs into the hot milk. Doing this will prevent the eggs from scrambling. Next, place the pan onto the heat. Cook the mixture on medium-low heat while vigorously whisking the custard. Be sure to stir the bottom as well as the sides of the pan to avoid any hot pockets and scorching. Continue to cook while stirring until the mixture is thickened, the starch is gelled and cooked, and the custard begins to release some bubbles from the heat. When cooking, be sure to bring the coconut custard to a boil to cook out any of the cornstarch and to prevent any residual starchy flavor. In addition, the heat allows the eggs to form strong protein bonds, and the starch in the cornstarch expands, forming starch bonds that will thicken and stabilize the pastry cream. This cooking process should take approximately 2 to 3 minutes. Let's flavor this coconut custard with some vanilla. I like to make my own vanilla with good quality vanilla beans. Add the vanilla to the custard and give it a final stir. Transfer the coconut filling to a tray and spread it into an even layer to help accelerate cooling the custard. Cover the surface directly with plastic wrap or parchment paper to avoid skinning or drying the surface of the custard. Pierce the surface with a paring knife to release excess steam. Allow to cool. The filling can be made and stored in the fridge the day before. For the cream layer, in a mixing bowl with cold whipping cream, add confectioner sugar and freshly scraped vanilla bean. On medium-high speed, whisk the cream to a firm peak and set aside until you're ready to assemble your coconut cream pie. To assemble the coconut cream pie, give the coconut filling a stir to loosen the set of the custard. I like to add a bit of milk or cream to help with the consistency of the filling, making it a silky and luxurious texture. Fill the pie shell with coconut custard. Fill the pie well to avoid any air pockets. In some recipes, you may find that the hot coconut custard is added directly to the baked pie shell. I don't recommend this as it will soften the pie crust. I prefer to lighten the texture of the cooled coconut custard before it is filled in the shell. Using a small offset palette knife, smooth the surface of the pie. Add a layer of the sweetened whipped cream to cover the surface of the custard. This pie already looks fantastic and you probably want to eat it now, but let's add an extra special layer. Toast some large flaked coconut and set aside. Next, crystallize white chocolate to prepare a layer of coconut white chocolate ruffles. Pour white chocolate onto a marble surface. Using a large offset palette knife, spread the chocolate into a nice thin layer. While the chocolate is still wet, sprinkle toasted coconut onto the chocolate. When the chocolate is almost set and just dry to the touch, use a scraper to scrape the white chocolate. Angle the chocolate scraper at a 25-degree angle. Use even and constant pressure to lift the chocolate from the marble. Use your index finger to hold down the edge of the chocolate. This will help to create a ruffled effect. As the chocolate is not completely set, it is still pliable in nature and can be further shaped with your fingers. This technique does take practice and timing, but it's well worth the effort. But if you don't prefer chocolate, simply garnish the pie with toasted coconut. To complete the final presentation, add layers of coconut white chocolate to the pie. Begin placing the white chocolate ruffles around the edge of the pie and work your way towards the center until you have a beautiful and full coconut cream pie. This pie looks absolutely amazing. It is mouth-watering delicious and well worth the effort of making. See you next week for another great video. Cheers.